unknown at this hour.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about this and welcome in our panel for this discussion. Attorney and Republican strategist Erin Elmore is with us. Also, we have Brianna Lyman joining us as well. Great to have you ladies with us. And thank you. Matthew Foldy is joining us as well today, conservative journalist. Great to have everybody here. So there was a survey conducted by major cities, and it shows overall violent crime has spiked 4.2% from January of this year to June compared to last year. So, you know, everyone here, Erin, you moved to Florida from Philadelphia. Matthew, you live in the Washington, D.C. area. Brianna, you live in New York City. You know, do you guys feel safe in your communities? I mean, Erin, maybe down in Florida, but you obviously didn't feel safe in Philadelphia.
Very safe.
Yes. Well, let's go to Brianna first on this one, since we talk about New York so much. I mean, what's it like to live in New York these days, Brianna?
Actually, John, I just recently moved to D.C., but I was in New York about a week ago, and I will say it is very unsafe. And if you watch the video of that 62-year-old man, that actually happened near Fordham. I went to Fordham in the Bronx.
Like Cori Bush doubling down on these defund the police efforts, and you still have, you know, in your old city of Philadelphia, guys like Larry Krasner and these Soros-backed DAs. Do you think this changes? I mean, is it going to take a defeat in the midterm elections for Democrats to wise up on this?
Well, I mean, the biggest issue, one of the many ways crime that's plaguing Americans basically in every major city across the country. And you touched on George Soros. He has had a huge campaign over the years to try to get these soft on crime, pro-criminal district attorneys in office, and it has been largely successful. Philadelphia, my home city, was the test city, the first one, and now Philadelphia is an absolute disaster. Violent crime is skyrocketing. People are hiring private security and bodyguards just to go out for dinner with their friends and family. And honestly, the defund the police movement that these liberals thought was such a great idea, actions have consequences, and these things are backfiring. So between the defund the police movement, police aren't on the streets, and prosecutors who aren't putting criminals in jail, it is a recipe for absolute disaster. I do think the midterms will help to restore a modicum of law and order, but sometimes these DAs and refunding police departments, it takes a while, and we're going to have to see a really long marathon before we can get to that sprint of success.
Yeah, they are deeply entrenched. And, you know, Matthew, you do see a lot of commercial these days focusing on crime related to the campaigns. And I want to talk specifically about what's happening in Oregon right now, which is a pretty liberal place. But recent polling by Emerson College shows Republican candidate Christine Drazan leading her Democratic candidate Tina Kotek there by just a couple points. But if Drazan...
Christine Drazan is leading in every single poll of the Oregon governor's race, and it would be the first time that Oregon elects a Republican governor in my lifetime. But we see this across the country right now.
I think you also bring up a great point. We'll go to Brianna and then Erin real quickly on this one. It is really these state and local races that are going to have the biggest impact on your personal safety, right? Erin, real quickly to you.
You know, when I travel around the country, people say they want to get involved, and I always say work the elections. If you don't want to work the elections, you have a job, get involved with the school board, get involved with city council, run, go to the meetings. You have to be an active participant in this economy and in this government and in our children's education, for example. So every aspect of this on the local level is something that you need to be monitoring, whether it's a mayor's race or a school board race. Watch them all, participate in them all, and be aware of who the candidates are so you can make a change in your community.
And that's how you met my mother-in-law, because she was working at a local polling location where you happen to vote. Small world we live in. That's right. Great to see you guys. Erin, Matthew, and Brianna are going to come back for Meme Team and Worst Takes of the Week later in the program. Guys, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get into it, our Worst Takes of the Week, and welcome in our panel who join us this week for Worst Takes. Actually, I think we're going to go to your Worst Take of the Week, Bianca.
Okay, sure.
What do you got for us?
All right, so, you know, we have such a busy news cycle.
Oh, there's the panel. They're here.
Matthew Foldy, Erin Elmore, Brianna Lyman. Thanks, guys. It feels like this was a long time ago. It really wasn't. That's why you have to watch us every single day here on John Bachman Now. But remember this, Biden in Puerto Rico Monday, apparently with his people.
I was sort of raised in the Puerto Rican community at home.
For us.
First of all, Baba Booey from the Howard Stern show was the worst pitch I've ever seen.
Okay, I haven't seen that one, but I'll take your word for it.
We'll Google that.
Yeah, and Howard Stern is the biggest liar and hypocrite on the planet. But anyway, I digress. Speaking of another liar and another hypocrite, my worst take of the week is Vice President Kamala Harris, who likes to use one word and stick with that word. And this week, that word is Venn diagram. Let's take a listen. But she basically says, I love Venn diagrams, Venn diagrams, Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams.
I've actually asked my team to do a Venn diagram. I love Venn diagrams. I just love Venn diagrams. You know, the 3 circles, right? Sometimes there are more.
Wow.
Oh, it's
so profound.
So profound. We're talking about the passage of time as well, which we'll get to that in Meme Team as well. Brianna, what do you got for us? Worst take?
This should not be surprising that the New York Times comes up with the worst take. So basically what this is insinuating, this headline, is that because people like Marco Rubio and Rick Scott rejected the so-called Inflation Reduction Act, which had nothing to do with inflation, reducing inflation, they also somehow contributed to a hurricane happening in Florida.
It's coming, folks. Buckle up. All right, Erin, Brianna, and Matthew, all we can do is laugh at this point of the week, so we're going to get to Meme Team next. Lots to talk about, including nobody effing with Biden. Don't go anywhere.
Words have many meanings, and sometimes instead of conveying our meaning, they can suggest other meanings.
When we talk about the children of the community, they are children of the community.
Well, Public is offering sales right now, 50% off your entire net worth. Nice khakis on the president. And so welcome in our Meme Team panel for their memes of the week. Great to have everyone with us. Erin Elmore, Brianna Lyman, Matthew Foldy. All right, let's get into Matthew. Actually, let's go to Erin's meme first. Erin, what do you got for us?
This week was exhausting. I don't know about you guys. Bianca, you were alluding to how fast the news is moving. So my meme feels like it's 3,000 years old, dinosaur level, but it's still funny nonetheless. Let's go back to last week when we were making fun of Joe Biden for unfortunately forgetting that Representative Jackie Wolarski had passed, and he was referencing her being in the room, and we know that we lost Coolio. So God bless and God rest Coolio. And by the way, he's not from Compton. He's from a place called Monessen, Pennsylvania, near where my grandparents lived. Okay, so let's give big props to the state of Pennsylvania and Monessen. But look, he's like, is Coolio in the room? So I thought that was pretty funny, and I apologize that it's now 10 years old because we have Kanye taking up all of our time and all of our interest with his best takes of the week.
Yes,
they were to make a daily meme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Sorry. More work for John. Sorry.
All right, Brianna, what do you got for us?
CNN reported that nobody actually said to Biden that there's any new evidence to suggest that we really are on the cusp of a nuclear war. Biden is just, speaking as he does without his handlers telling him what to do.
With the Biden, except here we have OPEC, North Korea, the Taliban, corn pop, China, Russia, gravity. You can add stairs, teleprompters, and basically everything to this. Everything is effing with Biden and Hunter Biden right now.
Thanks, guys. It's Judge.